Hi, I'm Josh, studio leader here at Hem Architects. Today, the purpose of the video, a quick video, is to talk you through our approach to gaining planning permission on a tricky site in the countryside for a new build dwelling. Before joining Hem, I was approached by a client who had a plot of land in North Nottinghamshire on the site of an old kitchen garden. It was a beautiful woodland plot overlooking open rolling countryside, and the client's ambition was to create a lovely contemporary bit of architecture, a modern family home which was sustainable and delivered exceptional design quality. The challenge for us to consider right at the start was ultimately the fact that this was a plot of land that had never been developed on before. It was also in close proximity to an estate with a number of listed other buildings. So there are a number of challenges. Due to the location and the sort of isolation of this plot of land outside of any established sort of village or town setting, it becomes much more tricky to approach this via the typical normal planning standards. In this instance, it became quite clear early on that we would have to concentrate on what was called a paragraph 84. So after the appointments and people that were initially involved was established, we were able to start looking at the concept in earnest as an assembled design team. So with the help of certainly landscape architects who are really important on a project like this, and a really good planning consultant, we were able to establish sort of the route forward and how that might get us to an approved design. Initially, we as a team came up with very loose concept ideas based on analysing the sort of wider area and the site itself, not only to establish the best placement of the building in terms of respect to the buildings on the site that existed already. And from there, we were able to aim for what we would call a design review panel. And we've done a number of these throughout the project. It's a situation where you're presenting your work to a body of peers. In cases like this, where you've got relatively contentious designs and proposals for essentially a plot where really most typical planning routes won't want you to build or make it very difficult, a design review panel giving its opinion, and certainly a positive opinion on your work, is really helpful when talking with planning departments. So from the first design review, we received quite a lot of feedback, which was really helpful to sort of frame how we would move forward with the project. As a design team, we discussed and agreed how to respond to some of the points raised. This included things like making the eye-catching piece of modern architecture, but at the same time also included awareness of heritage assets in the local area. So it's up to us as certainly as architects, but as a design team, to work with the client to get a response that they're really excited about from a visual point of view and also a spatial point of view. And in total on this particular project, we actually had to do 3 rounds of design review. So a relatively lengthy process where we're talking a number of years, and that can differ project to project depending how contentious a site is or a location. But really helpful to get us to a place where we're very confident as a team with a design before we then go to the local authority. On this project, we had 2 pre-application submissions. And again, receiving feedback from those that we show how we respond to. We diligently record what steps that we've taken, what changes we've made, and we prove how through collaboration with both the panels and the local authority, we've ended up with a project that's really considered, really set in place, and proves why this should be given permission. So the house that we've ended up designing takes a lot of influence from the vernacular style of the buildings that it's in close proximity to on this small estate. Some really sort of unique physical features, like very steeply pitched roofs, which we've clad in a cedar tile because we wanted to reflect that sort of woodland setting in the materials. We've used materials such as local Nottinghamshire red brick to reflect again, that vernacular style, but in both instances in a contemporary way. So whether that's the alignment and the arrangement of certain things, but we've ultimately aimed to deliver what the family wanted, which was a really contemporary, beautifully detailed 4-bedroom family home with large areas of social space, really thoughtfully placed windows and openings to give views not only to the forest floor but also wider afield to the countryside beyond. We've got an absolutely beautiful landscaping scheme that we've developed in collaboration with the landscape architect, which reflects the previous use of the site as a kitchen garden. So as a project, it was really exciting to work with so many consultants through a period of time to get this really great body of work that we were, by the end of the process, very confident in when we submitted that to the local authority. So we were really happy to find out this received planning permission earlier this year, and equally happy that the client decided to bring the project to HEM to help deliver the next stage of the process, really. So we're currently engaged in delivering a technical package to essentially allow a start on site this year and turn this into reality. This is one of a number of projects that we've currently got in the office of a similar nature. We've worked on a number of new builds and paragraph 84 houses in the past, and really happy that our portfolio gives us the experience and the education to be able to advise clients really well on this subject now. So yeah, please bear us in mind. We're here as a resource to answer any questions at all, and we'd love to help with any new build projects, any plots that you want to understand whether or not this is a suitable approach for. And yeah, look forward to hearing from you soon.